Previously on One Life to Live.
Joey's starting to pick up something's different between us. As a matter of fact, he already asked about New Year's Eve.
Not nobody's Patsy, not Sky's, and not yours.
I can't stand the sight of you. I hope you rot in jail here for the rest of your life.
Once we take those vows, it's for keeps.
It's the mammogram. Something showed up.
Chris, what do you think Father Rodriguez would rather have? Coffee or tea? Chris!
Why don't you just ask him when you get...
You're right, okay. Good idea, good idea. Okay. Oh.
Roseanne, you know what you need to do?
What?
You need to relax.
I want to make a good impression, you know? Look, maybe you should, wear a tie.
Look, it's not like we're auditioning here. He's used to this. People get married every day. Believe it or not, even people who don't wear ties.
You're right. I'm nervous. You know, I want everything to be perfect.
And it will be.
This is meant to be, right? Or that slot at the church wouldn't have opened up at the last minute, right? I know this is happening, but I still can't believe it. I don't ever remember being this happy.
That's what I want to do. I want to make you happy. I don't want to rush you into anything that you're not ready for.
I am so ready.
I just want to show you how much I love you.
Then don't stop.
Will? If you came here to tell me I told you so, don't bother. So you know what? You know what? Go ahead, Nora. I deserve it. Go ahead. Tell me how stupid I was to believe Asa, how much of an idiot I was that I wouldn't listen. Go ahead, huh? Tell me. Just say it. Get it over with.
I didn't come here to criticize you, Will. Your father and I were on our way home to start work on your defense, and I needed to see you alone. I want to help.
Well, you are wasting your time. Because no one can help me now.
I know that you want to help Will, but you can't help him this way because this will only end in violence. And that will only wind up destroying us. Ben, I meant what I said before. If you go after Asa with a gun, I have to be out of your life.
I love you, Bloody. You know that.
Yes, I do, and I believe you.
And I hate violence. I've had it shoved down my throat by my father and all his buddies. Every day I saw it. Every time I dug a bullet out of some gangster's chest. Why do you think I became a doctor in the first place? But violence is what Asa's done to my family again and again. And men like Asa, they don't stop on their own. They have to be stopped.
But Ben, if you choose to do it with a gun, it's going to destroy everything between us.
No, the gun is only to make Asa listen, to force a confession.
It won't work. It won't work. I know Asa. He will never, never admit that he set Will up. No matter how you threaten him, on principle, he won't back down. He will force you to use the gun. And judging by what you've just told me, you will use it.
Gee, Max. I thought you two were together for richer or for poorer. Looks like for Blair, if it's not for richer, forget about it.
Excuse me?
Oh, come on. She's wringing you out like a wet sponge.
Where do you get that?
I'm Chandler. I can read a balance sheet 20 paces away. It's in my jeans. This is why I haven't told her you're not really the sick case you're claiming to be, isn't it? She scams you, so you scam her.
If you had any idea of what you were talking about, you might be dangerous.
You two are quite a pair. Somebody up there really has a great sense of humor.
I gave Blair power of attorney. She made those withdrawals with my authorization.
Oh, come on. Admit it. You two are Frankie and Johnny. She's done you wrong.
No. Sometimes you are just a little too cute for your own good. Do you really want to find out what happens when people push me too far?
What are you gonna do, that hands around the neck thing again, Max? Ooh, you're such a man.
I'd be real careful about telling anyone how to be a man, since you don't know squat about being a woman. You know, I think I got you figured out.
No, I doubt that.
No, this excites you, doesn't it? You like this. You like having something on me. It's almost as good as sex for you, isn't it?
I don't know. Why don't we try having sex again and find out?
Looks like somebody left the light on, so...
I don't believe this.
What?
This. Us. What are we doing? We had to come all the way up here just to talk?
Well, it looks like it. We're here.
Yeah. I hate this, Kevin. I hate this. I hate
know you do.
that we are sneaking around with one another and that I had to lie to Joey about where I was going.
I know. I talked to you about it. We've been over it. What happened on New Year's happened because we were drunk, and I didn't mean anything. How many times do we have to go over that?
As many times as it takes to realize the truth.
What's the truth?
That it meant something. And that it happened because we wanted it to happen. And how long are we going to pretend that we didn't do it and that it didn't mean anything to one another? How long am I going to lie to Joey? Kevin, I cannot live in the same house with you any longer because it really is
Look, I know.
a constant reminder.
You know the answer to that.
I told Joey we should move out. I told him, but he's convinced you're going to start drinking if you're left alone again.
Well, then I'll talk to him.
I don't even want to go back there tonight. Kev, I don't know what to do. I need help.
Okay. Let's go inside and talk about it. Okay? It's cold. It's cold out here. Let's go.
Jess? How did you know I was here?
It just, made sense that you'd be here.
We were worried about you. We heard how upset you were when you left the police station.
I finally talked to Will. Found out that our relationship was nothing but lies. He said he loved me, but if he loved me, he would never betray me like this.
You want to help me, you can find Jessica and make sure that she is okay because I absolutely destroyed her today.
I know how upset she is.
Upset? No, she's not upset. She hates me. You know, I don't blame her because I stole money that was donated in our daughter's name, and I used it to keep her and Christian apart. So, Nora, even if Asa did set me up, I'm still guilty. I am as guilty as if I did everything that he says.
Good for you. Bravo. Good for you. You're saving the taxpayers of Lantano County a lot of money. Do you know that? By acting as your own judge and jury, this is terrific. Why don't you take the blame for everything? Even the things you didn't do, take the blame for that, because that's logical. Just lie down and let Asa Buchanan roll right over you. Because that way, most definitely, you'd certainly deserve Jessica. You know what the heck? You know what? Maybe Jessica's right in how she feels about you. Maybe she doesn't feel anything for you because she doesn't even know who this person is anymore, because the Will she knew has been replaced by this excuse, this poor excuse for a man who is more willing to sit down and rot in jail, to feel sorry for himself.
Don't talk to me like that. Don't!
Got a crush on you, sweetie pie.
Dance with me. Please.
Hear me sigh.
Dance with me.
Put the gun away and try and focus on what matters. And that's you and me.
So much emotion. Could you care for a cunning cottage? We could share the world apart, my mush. 'Cause I got a crush, my baby, on you.
This is us. This is what's real, and this is what will last.
Could you care for a cunning cottage? We could share the world apart.
I trusted him. I trusted him with everything. I mean, people who love each other aren't supposed to lie. I should be in New York right now.
New York?
Yeah, I mean, Christian has no clue what's going on. I mean, Christian doesn't know that Will and Roseanne teamed up to keep us apart. He needs to know.
Jess, do you think that he should know? I mean...
Yeah, I do. I mean, maybe he won't care. Maybe he'll still marry Roseanne, but I think he deserves to know.
Are you hoping to get Christian back?
No. No, it's too late. Christian and I have hurt each other way too much. He wanted to try again, but I was in love with Will. And now, next thing I know, he's marrying Roseanne, just like that. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, he had to be lying to me, too. Just like Will. I swear I will never be with a man who lies to me.
No. Jess, you shouldn't be.
So, don't you think I should tell Christian what happened?
Roseanne, how are you?
Good.
Nice to see you. Hey, Lucia, nice to see you again. My pleasure.
Well, here, we don't want to take too much of your time.
Oh,
so
thank you.
Please, sit down.
Thanks. Well, what can I do for you?
Well, Father, we'd like for you to marry us.
Wonderful. And nothing gives me greater pleasure than to start two young people like yourselves on the road of life together. I'd be most honored to preside at your wedding.
Great, then.
In fact, if you call the church secretary, Mrs. Dunmore, she'll schedule a date and we can begin all the necessary preparations. You know, work a
Father,
schedule.
I've already spoken with her. She said that there was an opening at the church tomorrow, which would be really great for us.
No, I'm sorry. I'm afraid tomorrow would be quite impossible. You see, the church mandates that its young people understand and appreciate the seriousness of the commitment they're about to make to each other before they can receive the sacrament of holy matrimony. I mean, the parish offers pre-Cana classes. You'll need to attend once a week for 4 weeks. I believe there's a course starting Monday.
Oh, we've already taken one class, and our family's already here. Chris and I were counting on getting married tomorrow with them there.
I am sorry, but the requirements are quite clear and quite firm. I'm afraid they only can be set aside in very special cases, such as when a pregnancy is involved or one is leaving for military service. You know.
It's okay, Rosie. I mean, think about it this way. We get to settle into our new place before the wedding.
Excuse me, you are already cohabiting?
Yeah, sorry, Father, I know it's a sin. And I want to make things right for Roseanne, which is the reason why we're trying to do this quickly.
Look, Chris, I think the father needs some cream for his coffee.
Oh, no, please don't put yourselves out.
No,
really.
It's no problem.
I won't be long. Excuse me, Father.
Sure.
I'm sorry, Father. There's something else that you should know.
What is it, my child?
It's so awful. I don't know if I can bring myself to say it.
Of course you can. Hey, please, let me help you.
I don't think anyone can help me.
Try. There's nothing you can't tell me. I mean, there's always forgiveness in God's eyes. Talk to me, child.
Don't talk to you that way? How am I supposed to talk to you, Will? How am I supposed to get through to you when you've built this barricade of blame around
It's
you?
because I cannot fight the truth, can I? And the truth is that I stole money from Megan's foundation.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, bad boy. That was a crime. Absolutely. You made a mistake. You're human. You're also 19, and you don't know everything. And when you get to be my age, you still don't know everything. But Will, you're a good guy. You gave Asa the benefit of the doubt, and you trusted him. That's not a crime. Asa just happens to be a very devious, powerful, vindictive old man, and he betrayed your trust.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why do you even care?
Why? You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because I love your father, I love your brother, and your mother would kill me if I didn't do
What is my
something.
mother? My mother has
You asked
nothing-
me a question, I'm answering it. You listen to me. I'm doing this because I have this beautiful new house, and your father and I are planning to have this gorgeous wedding there. And I have no interest in sending your invitation with beautiful calligraphy to Statesville Prison when I know perfectly well you won't be able to attend the wedding or any other family occasion for 15 to 20 years. And another reason why I'm doing this is because I care about you, Will. I care about you. Deeply and sincerely. Right from my heart.
I have got a crush, my baby, on
You mean everything to me. I'd take any kind of life I could get with you in it. Everything else seems empty and dark.
Our life together could be so good. You know I can see it. I can see our wedding outside when all the roses are in bloom and everyone is there. And I see us loving each other more and more and more, and I so want to believe that it's possible.
It is.
I love you so much. But now I've finally seen that dark side of you, and that man is not the man that I fell in love with. Ben, if you continue down this path that you're on, you're not a man I can share a future with.
Blondie.
It's not the way I want it. Believe me, it's just the way it is. Because if you do that, I don't know who you are. Do you understand that this is everything to me?
You know, you're right. This place could use some new lighting. Maybe some new art. You know, I've been thinking. Maybe we ought to get a dog. When I was a kid, I had this retriever named Frankie. He was incredibly loyal. That dog would have given his life for me.
Fine, we'll get a dog. You're avoiding the subject.
Yeah, I know. How'd your checkup go?
Now you're changing the subject.
Am I? I thought the subject was us.
No, Ben. The subject is that gun.
You want me to get rid of it?
You know it's not the right way.
Maybe not in an ideal world.
No. In the real world, it's not. Come on, this is not the Wild West, no matter what Asa Buchanan may feel. We're civilized. We have police and courts and justice systems. I need you now. Probably more than I've ever needed you. But if you walk out the door with the gun, we're finished.
So that's my choice, huh? You or my nephew's life?
No, don't put it in terms like that, because you know that's not what I mean. Ben, I'm begging you to make a choice between me and justice, or this wild, destructive urge you have to take revenge on Asa.
You don't get justice when you deal with Asa.
Ben,
you don't! Grace didn't get any justice. You're asking me to make a choice. I don't see a choice. How did my medical license get revoked? By the proper workings of the system?
You never gave it a chance
You
to work.
heard Larry. Asa had that review board bought and paid for. You think he can't buy any justice he sees fit? He can, Vicky. This is the only chance at justice Will has.
No, I don't believe that. I refuse to believe that.
There is no other way to stop men like Asa Buchanan, and that man has got to be stopped. Now, Grace is gone. There's nothing I can do about that. But Will has his whole life ahead of him, and I'll be damned if I'll stand here and watch Asa bury him in some prison for 20 years. I can't do that, Vicky. I can't.
That's fine, but not this way, Ben. Please. Look, if we find out that Asa corrupted the justice system, we will find a way to prove it. Guns don't solve problems.
That is simply not true.
But it is true.
Okay, so what you're saying is every war we ever fought, we should have walked away from.
No, this isn't a war.
Oh, yes, it is.
Ben, I can't argue this point with you now. You know how I feel. I'm sorry, it's all in your hands.
What about you, Max? What are you all about, huh? Money? Power? Do you get your kicks deceiving people? Is that the way you can only still feel anything?
You know what I'm feeling right now? I am feeling hate, disgust, revulsion.
Hey, honey. Got here just in time. I was just about to take out the trash.
Oh, no. No one's going anywhere. In fact, we're all gonna have a little heart-to-heart. All three of us.
Bill could have never loved me. I mean, not if he could do something like this. I know Christian's gonna feel the same way right when I tell him what Roseanne's done.
Jessica, what Will did doesn't mean he doesn't love you. He did it because he gave in to some sort of temptation, and people do that. It just means they're human.
Christian's about to marry Roseanne. Am I supposed to just let that happen?
Would you have wanted somebody to tell you about Will?
Yes, of course. I mean, especially if I was gonna marry somebody who's lied to me over and over. You know what? I'm gonna go.
Hey, wait a second there. Are you sure you're feeling up to driving back to Landview?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, you bet. Be safe.
I don't know if I should even be talking to you about this.
Roseanne, are you expecting a child? That is the terrible secret you're keeping, isn't it?
Yes. I don't know how I could have let this happen. I feel so humiliated, and I don't have anyone to talk to.
You cannot go through this alone, Daniel. Perhaps a family member.
I don't have any family that I can talk to about this. Please, Father. I know I shouldn't have done this. Please, can't you make some kind of, exception? I'm gonna be showing in about 4 weeks, and I don't know what to tell anyone. Please, I'm begging you.
There's no need to beg. Not to me. This is between you and the Lord. But for my part, I can't let the blessed news of a baby's conception become something shameful and frightening. I will marry you and Christian tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's quite all right.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Nora, for all the grief that I have caused you. And for how I've treated you all this time. I'm sorry.
I understood how you felt about my representing Dorian, and I certainly know that any child, I know how they feel when their parent remarries, or tries to.
Well, I guess I don't give my dad enough credit. But a pretty smart woman to fall in love with. Nora, you should have seen Jess. I mean, I don't think she's ever gonna forgive me for this.
Oh, Will, I know what it's like to do something so unforgivable to someone. But if that person is meant to be, they find a way to forgive you anyway.
She's got to know that I planned on paying all that money back. She's got to believe that.
Then tell her. Show her. Prove it to her. Prove it to the world. For God's sake, Will, between your father and me, you've got some very high-priced talent on your side as far as legal eagles. We could beat this. If we have your help.
You're right. You're right. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take on Asa, and I'm gonna win. I'll show everyone. And I am gonna win Jessica back too.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, you haven't said very much since Jess walked out of here. What's going on in your head?
You realize everything she said about Christian applies to us. I have to tell Joey the truth. And I have to do it now.
Wait. Are you sure you want to do that? You want to go tell him right now? When you can't explain what happened any better than I can?
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I feel so guilty when I touch him, when I am with him, when I kiss him. I feel horrible.
So do I. I feel guilty.
Kevin, you're not making this any easier.
You think I don't know how you feel? I do know how you feel, because I have felt it. And I have done things, horrible, brutal, violent things, that have haunted me and poisoned my life for years. And even though it was another personality or an alter that did those things, ultimately, I was responsible, Ben. And those things that I did were wrong. Taking revenge on Asa is wrong. And as long as I still have a choice, I will not stand by and watch you do it.
I need you to understand something. That this anger inside of me, it can't be talked away. I wish it could, but it can't. It is with me night and day. And I cannot ignore what I feel. I have tried.
And I cannot bear having to wonder what you're going to do. It's tearing me up inside. I can't bear it. Please, I know you know what you're going to do. Tell me, are you going after Asa? Are we over?
I can't do this. I thought we worked through this, that we need to work through this, Kevin.
Listen, what we're feeling is what we're feeling, whether it's right or it's wrong. You know, if it's moral or not, it's what we're feeling. If it creates guilt for us, it does. It's what we're feeling.
Confused. And you are too. Don't deny that.
I'm not denying anything.
I gotta tell Joey. I'm gonna tell him the truth. I'm gonna tell him.
Wait. Kelly, wait a second. Would you just hold on 1 second? Wait a second. What truth are you gonna tell him? What truth are you gonna tell him? Truth that we almost slept together, but we didn't? You're gonna tell him the truth that we wish we had?
What happened to Father Rodriguez?
He, had to go take care of that sick parishioner that he was talking about.
Why did you want to talk to him alone?
I wanted him to know how in love we are. And the longer we're living together, the longer we're living in sin. You feel the same way, don't you?
You know, Rosie, you are unbelievable. When you actually blackmailed a priest?
I didn't blackmail anybody. But hey, whatever I said worked. Because he agreed to marry us. He agreed to marry us tomorrow. Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's great. That's great, Rosie.
Yes, hello. I need some information, please. What is your first flight out tomorrow, leaving from Landview to New York City? Perfect. I'd like to reserve a seat.
So tell me, Sky, what do you have on my husband? His fake Buchanan status. Actually, I came by to see how Ben's taking the news of his nephew's arrest.
Oh, gee, that's funny. When I walked in, it looked like Max here was about to strangle you. Or kiss you. I guess you know my preference.
You know, for a woman who's stealing money from her husband, you've got quite a nerve getting on your high horse with me.
You don't have to answer me. It's clear what the answer is.
I'm gonna say this again. I love you, Blondie.
And I love you. And I love you.